Alright guys, it is currently 5 months and 5 or 6 days since my surgery. I had gotten my adhesion removed September 13th, I believe. And as far as how I'm feeling and what symptoms I'm having, I don't think I'm feeling, actually I can't say that. So the difference I'm feeling since the adhesion removal is before it felt like there was like a tightness on this side, and obviously because there was scar tissue that was holding this to there, but now that tightness isn't there. But unfortunately the whole no sensation of air is still the same, and this side has kind of been really get on my nerves, specifically simply because I don't know if it is a valve collapse, I think is what they call it, on this side, because when I breathe in through my nose, I feel like this side is like being sucked in, and it just, I don't know, it feels weird. But yeah, unfortunately everything still sucks. I'm not losing hope though. Still praying, I'm still taking supplements, I'm still surviving. Is it hard? Yes, very much so. Very hard. I think one of the things that bothers me the most about this whole thing is the manual breathing. That is driving me absolutely insane. I haven't done any sort of sleep study or anything like that, so I don't know what's happening the rare times that I actually do fall asleep, if I'm just not breathing, or I don't know. I'm honestly too scared to do a sleep study to see what I find out, and I just fear that if I find out something bad, it's just gonna make me lose all my hope that, you know, there is a chance for this to get better. Yeah, my friend Evelyn, who I love so dearly, she has been amazing and so strong, and, you know, keeping me up when I'm down, and just, she'll send me Bible verses and, you know, songs, and she definitely does her best to keep me going, and I appreciate it so much. And she has sent me screenshots of other people she has talked to who went through the same thing, who did end up healing, and I just pray to God that her and I, you know, we get to be those people. And I know she is staying strong, and she is staying so adamant that she is going to get better, and I think that's so important, and I'm trying my best to be the same way. It's just when you are feeling like this, and I'm sure a lot of you understand, it is so difficult to have any sort of hope that, oh, this is going to be better, this is going to be better, because it just feels awful, and like every day, every second, every minute is just so exhausting. But, you know, we gotta stay strong, we gotta keep praying, we just gotta stay strong. We have got to stay strong, you know. Not, well, it is for us, you know, for ourselves, for our family, and just, we can't lose faith. We can't lose hope. Miracles do happen. Sometimes they don't, sometimes they do. But maybe, just maybe, if we keep telling ourselves that, yeah, we're gonna get through this, we're gonna get better. You know, maybe we are, and we're just not noticing these tiniest bits of difference. But I feel like, you know, I would definitely be able to feel it. That's something my husband had brought up, is like, oh, you know, maybe things are changing, but they're just such slight differences and you don't notice. And I'm like, no, I would know. But then I sit there and I think, I'm like, well, it's such a bad thing. And maybe just overall it's bad. But maybe there is the slightest thing that I'm not noticing just because it's so slight and it's still so bad. And just maybe one day this nightmare will be over. But just gotta keep praying. If anybody has any sort of supplements that they're taking that helped them, you know, at least get a little bit better, that would be greatly appreciated. I know someone had commented on one of my last videos about, I think something about GABA and I know I'm not pronouncing it right, but I call it L-theanine. It's not right. That's not what it's called. But that's what I'm gonna call it. And I actually have tried the L-theanine as well as melatonin, and then Gaia Sleep Through, I think is what it's called, supplements to help me sleep. It's very much a hit and miss. Sometimes I sleep, sometimes I don't. It's never a restful sleep for sure, though. I also take magnesium. So yeah, whoever told me about the L-theanine, which I'm gonna call it, thank you for that. I have added it to my sleep cocktail, if that's what you want to call it. I mean, I guess maybe it helped a little bit, since, I don't know, it's just so hard to say. I don't know if anybody else is taking any other supplements. I would love to hear what you're taking. Just especially if you have gotten better, if there have even been like little changes, you know, just let me know. Just put it out there and be like, hey, you know, I don't know, maybe this has had something to do with it, maybe it didn't, but I'll share with you guys what I am taking. Well, for a nasal spray, I use, it's a Manuka honey, I think it's like called Allergen Cleanse or something like that. But I know honey, Manuka honey specifically, is good for nerve damage. So I'm like, hey, maybe we're onto something about that. And then I also use a probiotic nasal spray. I added that to what I'm using simply because someone I was talking to was talking about how, you know, a lot of times when you're, well, I was using Xlear first, and they told me, yeah, that's a great nasal spray, but unfortunately that is a nasal spray that will not only kill bad bacteria, but it will also kill your good bacteria, and you want the good bacteria still in your nose. So try a probiotic nasal spray, which I'm doing. I'm not sure what it's called. It's inside, and I'm currently outside of my vehicle. Just got done taking my kids trick-or-treating. Yeah, so I use that for nasal sprays. I don't do the whole squirt bottle thing. No, that's awful. I hate that stuff. I will never do that again. Number one, it hurts. Number two, I feel like it just gets stuck up in here, and it's miserable. For supplements, I take, gosh, I take so many. I take alpha lipoic acid. I take a B complex. I also take the magnesium, which I had mentioned. vitamin C, St. John's wort. I take it in like a little liquid form. I think that's way better than the pills. And also I learned that when you take it in the liquid form, your body absorbs, I think it was 98% more of what you're taking as compared to a capsule, which your body only absorbs 50%. I'm also taking a probiotic, not just the nasal spray, but pill form. I also, gosh, I'm so sorry. I take so many. I also take some of these tinctures that have, I think it's called, it has all sorts of different herbs in it, like natural herbs, and it's by a naturopath doctor who lives in Florida called Dr. Morse, and I use their stuff, and it's called brain and nervous system support or something like that. And then I use bone and connective tissue support, I believe that's what they call it. And then I just ordered some of their happy caps. It's supposed to help with your mood as well as just your overall being. And I'm like, okay, that can't hurt. Let's see, what else? Gosh, I don't know. I think that's everything. Oh, and I just started taking, I think it's called, I'm probably very wrong with what it's called, but it's called serapeptate, or peptase, or I don't know, but it's something else that I heard someone had been taking to help them get through this. And I'm like, okay, well, it's for sinus health, and it also helps a bunch of other things as well as scar tissue. I read that people use it a lot of times for their scar tissue, and I'm like, oh, well, you know, maybe that could help with scar tissue in the nose. I don't know. But point being, don't give up. This is going to be hard, but we can't give up. We have got to keep pushing forward. And I know a lot of you, and I know as well as myself, that sometimes days are super hard to where you find yourself running off and crying just because, like, you feel like this is just a never-ending nightmare, and it sucks. But in those moments, that's really, really where we just need to, you know, be alone and just pray as hard as we can. Just pray. You know, whether it be praying for a healing or praying for a cure, or, you know, praying for strength. You gotta pray, because, you know, at least when you're praying, you'll at least have just a smidge of hope. And that's what we need. Because I'm not gonna lie, there are a lot of days where I'm like, gosh, I just don't want to do this anymore, and I just want to give up, and I just want to stop this, and I just want to, you know, you just want it to end. But then I look at my family and like, nope, I gotta keep going. I gotta keep going for them. I gotta keep going for myself. I gotta keep going just because I need to keep going. And I need to go because I don't know about you guys, but like when I hear people who are going through this and they end up getting better, it it brings me so much happiness. So much. And you know, just knowing that there's a chance, hey, this could be me too one day. Just, I know it's hard, guys, but we got to stay strong. So don't give up. And, you know, maybe we could start some sort of prayer chain and just all pray for one another. But yeah, and I'm sorry if there were some comments with questions, or if there was a response and I didn't reply to it. I apologize. I've got 2 small kids, so got my hands full. But yeah, again, I know I keep saying it, and I had to say it to myself as well. So like when I'm doing this video and I can see me, like I know that I'm talking to you guys, but I'm also looking at me, and it's just like, don't give up. You can't give up. We gotta keep trying, and we gotta keep trying to figure out different things and sharing it with each other about how it worked for you, or just what you know. But anyways, I guess I'm done rambling. I wish you all the best, and we just got to keep going. One day there will be a cure. Hopefully soon. But people are still healing from this well, I don't know about every day, but people are out there healing from this. So don't think that it's impossible, because it's not. Miracles happen, so just keep going. And I will probably give another update in a couple months or so. But ooh, maybe that's something else I should say. So before I go, I wanted to share like an update of my symptoms. I don't remember everything I was feeling before. But now when I cry or my eyes start to get watery, I do feel like wetness. Well, you kind of see, I don't know, I'm showing you on my nose, but there is a little bit of wetness, but it's just like water. I don't know if that's a good thing, but hey, I'll take it. It's some sort of moisture. But I also noticed that whenever I blow this side, and this was also before I had my surgery, mind you, but it wasn't like all the time. Now it's all the time, every single time. When I go to blow my nose, it's just blood. But it's only on this side. Don't know what that's about, but so yeah, there is the blood from that side of my nose. I don't know. It's hard to explain how it feels. Like I'm trying to sit here and breathe and try to explain how it feels, but it's like, oh, well, it doesn't really feel like anything. So I'm like, I don't know how to say other than that. It feels like nothing. And I don't know like how to explain it. So like when you breathe in, there's like no sensation, but when I breathe out, it's almost like it's not breathe. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like you're breathing out, but it's like it's just falling out. Like there's no, like you can't feel yourself. I don't know. I feel dumb trying to explain this because it's hard to explain. But yeah, it's like my head always hurts. I'm not sleeping. I had heart arrhythmias before this, but you know, I'm guessing because of the breathing that it has become worse. So hopefully that doesn't just decide to take over and be like, oh, well, you're gonna croak. But, so the lack of sensation. I know there's a lot of you out there who are like, I never sneeze anymore. I never sneeze anymore. But I know that there are a few out there that do. I have sneezed a couple times throughout the week, so I'm like, oh, I'll take that one as well. You know, I'm trying to see things as something good, like doing my best. And when I do cry, it also feels like stuff gets trapped right up in here. So like I'll have to sit there and squeeze it like this and like hold it for a while, and then like I let go and then it feels like it comes out. It's strange, I know, but I'm sure somebody out there knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, it just don't even feel like myself anymore. I just feel sad, and it just feels, I don't know how to explain it, but in my head it's like I'm just all buzzy, and just it just feels like there's a constant buzz in my head, like a static or whatever you want to call it. And just I find it very hard to be happy. Like occasionally I'll laugh at something, but it's like as before, you know, something funny happens or something great happens, you know, you get to sit there with that thought in your heart, your head, your tummy even, and you're just, you know, it'll still bring you joy when you think of it. But now something good happens, it'll happen in that second, you know, I can laugh or smile, and then it's gone. My nose feels dumb. I don't know how else to explain it. Don't get a turbinate reduction, you know, septoplasty, whatever. When they tell you, oh, well, you need to get that, no, you don't. So just, as I said before. And you know, before all of this, so maybe this happened for a reason, because before all of this, I could so easily just be so angry at someone, and you know, I'm not gonna lie, I could have been a hateful person and been like, oh, well, I hate that doctor, he's a piece of crap. But like, for some reason, I just have sat here and I'm just like, you know what? I'm just sad. But I'm reading my Bible every day. I am going through and just trying to stay positive, trying to stay hopeful. We'll get there one day. But we got to keep fighting. We got to stay strong. In fact, actually, that's what Evelyn told me today. We were talking, and I told her that or maybe that was yesterday. I can't remember if it was today or yesterday, but I explained to her that I was doing bad and that I just feel so awful, and how I had to call an ambulance the other night because my heart rhythm was out of whack. Like it, I don't know if it was like a moment of SVT or IST or some sort of arrhythmia, but like I could feel my heart was beating out of rhythm. Like it felt completely weird. And I was holding my son, and I had to tell my husband to take my son because I felt like I was about to pass out. I called an ambulance, and in that moment my heart rate was high and my blood pressure was elevated, and they said, but right now my heart rate was in a good rhythm. So I'm like, okay. So I declined the trip to the hospital because, you know, I just wanted to be with my family. I didn't want to go to a hospital just for them to be like, oh, well, you're fine, you can go now. I also didn't want to be told, oh, well, you know, something's wrong with you, you need to, things are just really complicated. But yeah, keep praying, stay helpful, stay strong, take your supplements, eat well, drink your water, and don't give up. We can do this, and we can do it together. I hope you all have a good night.